I'm going to be making some videos on the subject of anatomy, but there's an issue. I don't know enough about it. It's one of those subjects that I just haven't paid enough attention to, and obviously I'm not going to be making videos teaching people and act like I know what I'm talking about. I'm in no position to do that due to my lack of experience and limited understanding. So what are we going to do about that, right? Well, I was giving it some thought the other day, and I realised that, maybe it's not such a bad thing that I don't know a lot about anatomy, because there's a chance that you watching these videos might also not know a lot about anatomy, but yet we both want to learn. And so with this comes an opportunity. We are able to learn together, and whilst I might not have a lot of experience when it comes to anatomy, I do have a lot of experience producing videos. And I'd like to think that I've gained some trust over the years producing content that is helpful to people looking to get better at drawing. Throughout my time on YouTube making these tutorials, I have been a teacher, but now I think it's time to be a student. I'd like to introduce you to a new series of videos that I will be creating that I have decided to call Study Sessions, in which I will be learning anatomy and you can learn too. I want to get better at drawing people from my imagination, and so my aim is to teach myself and document that process throughout these videos, which I'm hoping will also be of value to you watching these videos. Because whilst they won't be of the same format as a typical tutorial, I will be explaining everything that I do, and I am by no means an expert when it comes to anatomy, so don't take everything that I say throughout these videos verbatim, is that the word? But still remain confident and trust that I am studying from reliable sources, and also know that my intention is to not only improve my own drawing skills, but also help improve yours. I'm in a unique position here where I have this opportunity to begin at a similar starting point to anyone else who is looking to learn anatomy from the ground up. Now, I will be teaching myself, which is nothing new to me. I mean, I've always been self-taught, and so I am confident in my ability to teach myself. As expected though, when you are tasked with teaching yourself, there's a high chance that you might be less efficient in your approach when it comes to learning, because you don't have a mentor or anyone to guide you in the right direction. You are responsible for how you spend your time, and inevitably I will make some mistakes, but fortunately there's a lot of valuable content out there, online and in books. I'll always be referring to reliable sources for my information and learning from the best. I also think it works in my favour because many of you following along with these videos will be teaching yourselves, and so in many ways we are in the same boat. I do think one of my advantages is probably the drawing experience that I already have. I mean, I am confident when it comes to drawing in perspective, and there's a chance that you might not be. If you are looking to learn, I do have many videos on the subject on the channel, and I do advise starting with perspective before approaching anatomy. I mean, if you have even just a basic understanding of perspective, it will be very helpful when it comes to studying anatomy, because I am expecting to be drawing the figure in perspective. I'm also aware that anatomy can be overwhelming, but I'm not in a rush to learn. I'm going to be taking my time and covering as much as I can. Inevitably there is a long road ahead, but I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, I'm also seeing this as a way for me to document the learning process. Rarely do we get to see all of the work which leads up to a great piece of artwork. You only get to see artists once they've made it, but for me, and I'm assuming for many of you as well, the most fascinating part is how they got there. And in a way, that's what I'm going to be showing you throughout this series. Of course, that's assuming that I get to the point where I can confidently draw people from my imagination and draw them well, which is no easy feat, so let's get our heads down and start studying. So this video was more so an introduction to this new series of videos I will be making titled Study Sessions. I wanted to give some context and explain my reasonings behind doing this, plus it saves me spending a good 5 minutes at the start of the first video saying this. I'm looking forward to having some content related to anatomy on the channel finally, and I hope you are too. I like drawing people, and I know that a lot of people like drawing people. So with that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed the content I create, then do consider becoming a patron on Patreon. You will gain access to exclusive tutorials, study documents, process papers, real-time drawing footage and more. Plus you will also be supporting me in a more personal way. Other than that, thank you for watching this video and I'll see you soon.